To continue from where we stop, that is, we stop at representative fraction of scale. Today we want to look at the linear scale. Linear scale is the ratio or proportion that is describing the relationship existing between the distance on the paper and the actual distance on the ground in a straight line form. It is always in a linear form. When you take a look at what we have on the board here, this is a linear type of scale. And in this linear type of scale, I've been able to compress the three types of scale together: the statement of scale, representative fraction, and the linear scale. In the statement of scale, 1 centimeter rep 1 kilometer, that is 1:100,000 or 1 all over 100,000. Remember in my explanation in the statement of scale, how we arrive at this 1 kilometer. I said 1 centimeter rep 1 kilometer. This 1 kilometer is what? 100,000. Remember very well, when I was explaining statement of scale, I've said that this 1 kilometer is 100,000. That is 1 all over 100,000. And in a linear scale, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, without anything in the middle. When you minus the highest from the lowest, you have 1. That is 1 all over 100,000. That's what I said, in a linear form, in a straight line form. The second example here is 2 centimeter at 1 kilometer. That is statement. 2 centimeter, remember it is a statement form and figure. 2 there is the figure, centimeter there is the statement, rep 1 kilometer or 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer. You cannot say that 2 centimeter equals to 1 kilometer, it's not possible. But you can only say that 2 centimeter rep 1 kilometer. And the representative fraction is going to be 2 all over what? This one is 100,000. And when you divide it, you have 1 all over 50,000. And in a linear form, what do you have? You have a 0. Look at this line, this small line in the middle, before this one. Look at this one again, before this one. Remember this one, when you minus this from this, you have 1 over 100,000. But this one, when you minus 1 and you divide 1 by 2, you have, that is half of 1, that is going to be half. This one is, this minus this is 1. Divide 1 into 2, you have half. That's why we say 1 over 50,000. Half of 100,000 is 1 over 50,000. We move to the third example. 1 centimeter rep half kilometer. It's still the same thing with 2 centimeter rep 1 kilometer, because this 1 centimeter is going to be 1 all over 1 all over 50,000, because half kilometer is just half of this 100,000 is 50,000. It's still the same thing. And in this linear also, it's going to have the same thing. When you minus 2 from 1, you have 1. When you divide 1 into 2, it's half. That's still the same linear there. You go to the fourth one, 1 centimeter rep 1 kilometer. It's just saying that 2 times 100, that is 200. 1 over 200,000 or 1:200,000. That's what we. And in the linear form now, it's going to be the second minus the first one, the third minus the second one. You have 200,000. Look at this example. 1 centimeter rep 4 kilometer is the same thing as 4 times 100. That is 400,000. 1:400 or 1 all over 400,000, which means if you go to the linear here, straight line here, the second minus the first one, the third minus the second, the third minus the second is 8, and this one minus this one is 12, and this one minus this one is what? 16. When you minus all this one, you have what? 4. The last example here, 4 centimeter rep 1 kilometer. This 1 kilometer is just 1 times 100, that is 100. 4, you now have 4 all over 100,000. By the time you break it down, you have 2 all over 50,000. Break it again, you have 1 all over 25,000. And for the linear form here, remember when we were dealing with this 1:50,000, we started from a 0, 1. There is something in the middle. When you divide 1 into 2, that is half. Here, they started with 1, is 0 again. It's just, that is 0 there is just to convince you. What you need to do is minus this from this is 1. When you divide 1 into 2, is half. That one they've started with here, you are not going to divide it again. By the time you divide this one again, you are going